Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Habitual Line Crosser, and these headphones right now are losing their mind. They're beep boop all the damn time, and I'm gonna have to get some new ones because I'm gonna break them tonight. Yep, they're broken. Hi, Knox. The second I start talking, you're like, I need to be up here with Dad. Me and Ryan McBeth should collab on him, and I would love to. There's only one thing he's ever really said that I just didn't vibe with. I don't know what's going on. These things are just beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Yeah, they're... Oh, man. All right. Well, we're going to just, we're going to shut those off. I don't know what's going on with them. They're just deet doot, like they're acting like they're dead. They've been charging all day. But anyways, Knox, he knows the show start. He does, man. He's the Buffalo. He's my best bud. But Knox, you need to go back to your bed. You're fat. You're fat and your mom dresses you funny. Go to bed. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh my God. Mrs. Line Crosser is going to kill me. You guys didn't see this. Oh, that light was there the whole time. It's totally there. What do I think of the new Dragonfire AA gear? You talking about the laser? I mean, it's kind of the way of the future. I got to learn. I need to learn more about it because they're now the 5th country to have fielded directed energy weapons. I mean, Russia says they have them, but we don't really know what to believe there. So it's the laser. Good day, people. Nemo, what is going on? Wolfram, how you doing? We need those nukes. North Korea. Hello from Portland, Oregon. KD, I'm so sorry you're in Portland, Oregon. I have an older sister in Portland, Oregon. You guys may notice I'm a little bit clearer. The background's a little bit more faded. Everything. Yeah, I now have the same exact camera that the Fat Electrician does. So pretty satisfied with the results. I am not pretty, but I know that. 100% there from the start. Let me see. Caught you live, brother. Yeah, we live, bruh. We live. What is going on, everybody? And Knox decided to lay right in front of the camera. So now you just see his big dumb head blocking the whole camera. Yeah, I looked at him. And that's... Would you accept some fan art if I made it? Angie, I have recently accepted fan art. I'm running out of wall space. I know you see this big gap right here, but that gap, I'm hoping to get a metal sign. I don't know where to get it yet. What time is it in Germany? Your cam... Oh, hang on. Mrs. Linecross is telling me. So you fill more of the screen. Bring your camera angle down so you fill more of the screen. Okay, Mrs. Linecrosser. I will bring it down. I'm getting scorned. Yep, and now you can see the bottom of the door. That's not what you wanted. This 15mm lens gets everything. Nuclear power destroyers, why not? Hell yeah. It's 1 a.m. right now. Thank you for voicing the B-25. Outstanding work. Of course. You're very welcome. How are you? Also, what's your standpoint on the whole Boeing situation? What Boeing situation? It's been very ambiguous. I don't know what's going on with the Boeing situation. Missing your Panther. What? Hello, HLC, love your content. Thank you for your service. Oh, well, thank you for your support, Eagle163. I miss your face over vids. I miss the kid. I posted one today, I think. Yeah, there was a video today. Or no, not today. Yesterday. The one today was just me talking. The whole plane's becoming convertibles. Oh, that. Yeah. I have to... Want to hear more about this train on the moon? Bro, I saw the news article and skimmed through it, and then I had to get back to work. It's been a very busy week. The whistleblower... Oh, yeah, the whistleblower for Boeing being found dead? Yeah, that's not sus at all. That's not sus. But look at this. Guys, if you want, a lot of you have asked for hats. You're like, HLC, I'm not really, I like the shirts. They're great, but I want hats. So this is brand new. It's not live yet. You cannot get it yet. But look at this bad boy. That'll go live on Wednesday. We ain't been that busy. GF8WRX, who are you? We ain't been that busy. Bullshit, I've been. Middle East looks like it's going to be more hot over the next week. He left clues before he died. Oh, I believe it. But are there any plans to add the Harrier? There's a lot of aircraft that people want me to add in, and time is really what I need. So what's the backstory for the animation? So, I wanted part of this job, part of this what I do here is also innovating. And I know you guys love the green screen videos, but if I just did those forever, some of you will be satisfied, but some people will be like, all right, well, whatever, it's just the same thing over and over. So my goal is to innovate. So I have a lot of things in the works. I'm always like focusing, yes, on what you guys enjoy, but I'm always like, well, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this, and I'm just reaching all over the place and trying to get different things going. So, pretty excited. We snapped a pic today. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, he met me today. Said that I'm like his hero. No, I'm just kidding. He said I'm a fucking douchebag. That's what he said. It is the holiest weekend. Finally, WrestleMania, baby. Also love the new cam. If you had to guess, what show is the Raptor not allowed to watch? Ooh, that's a damn good question. What show is the Raptor not allowed to watch? The Boys, because it would corrupt him. Next question. I'm just kidding. Have you seen the F-22 playing the F-16? No, I have not. Yes, Interceptor mug. Working on it. Can we borrow some AIM-9s and Cheerios? North Korea needs all the help they can get. Mr. HLC, I've been accepted into university, and I'm considering joining university. Wait, hold on. Officer Training Corps, what would your advice be? Like I said, I tell to everybody, the military is easy in general. You just have to follow like the rules and try. That's it. Hold on. Mrs. Linecrosser is texting away. Then lift your chair a little. You look like a little person in a big room. Also let people know it was just a first go at animation. You got a lot of feedback and now it needs more work. Oh, I'm just reading it out loud. Mrs. Linecrosser, when you text, I'm just going to read it out loud. She wants me to lift my chair. So let me lift the chair. There we go. And then bring the camera up so that I fill more of the cam. You know what? We may need to just put this boom mic like over here or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah. No, you stay your fat ass over there, Knox. I did not look at you. God damn it. Damn it. All right. Sorry. Okay. Glad you're back this week, HLC. Good way to end the day after watching. Mrs. Linecrosser says, cool. Good way to end the day after watching my neighbor's house get raided for running a chop shop out of the garage. That is fucking hilarious. I would love, like, am I the only one that I get a weird enjoyment out of watching people like who had it coming get what's coming? Am I the only one? Like, some people call it instant karma. Sometimes it's not instant, but I love that shit. Like, that sustains me. Let me see. Evening HLC in chat. Ego nowhere. What's going on, man? Air Power. He can't watch that. Ooh, he can't. Not with you're talking about Alex Hollings. Good dude. First time in a live, absolutely love this guy. I love you. I don't know what to do when people. I'm fucking awkward as shit. Mirandy says, "Hi, Mrs. HLC. Would you intercept me?" Is that what you guys are trying to? Fuck it. Maybe I should get a cameo, but like people wouldn't ask me to cameo. They'd be like, "I want the buff to wish me a happy birthday," and I would just be like, "Dear Fred, I think. Let me get my glasses. You want the buff to wish you a happy birthday? Are you fucking retarded? You paid for this? This is the dumbest shit I've fucking happy birthday. Fucking thanks for giving into the military industrial complex. Buy some war bonds. Fuck it." I don't know, maybe I get a cameo or some shit. Who do you F and who? Michael Swain, thank you so much for the donation, my dude. What is going on? Watching Karma do her thing is always epic. It's wonderful. It is beautiful. HLC, we gonna do anything with Patriot and whatnot? I mean, if you ask, I know you're a 14 Echo, so keep it unclassed there, high speed. I most of the time here, I just answer questions and go through. I love you, Josiah. I love you. I'm super fucking awkward. What is my favorite World War II aircraft? Mine is the Hellcat or P-38 Lightning. I'm gonna go with the. Ooh. I hate that I'm this guy. Oh.
Would you intercept me?
It's gonna play. I just can't hear it because my headphones
I'd
are
intercept
over there.
me.
$50 from Real Men Have
'Cause
Little Dogs. The animation was
fucking
awesome,
need new
my
ones, I
dude.
guess. Again.
Like the old Joe cartoon videos.
All right.
The only thing that would
favorite
have made
World War
it
II
better,
aircraft.
the
Oh god,
XB-70
I hate that I have to say
Sorry,
this, but
dude. Love you still.
the Spitfire. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. They weren't made in as large numbers as like the Hawker Hurricane, and I get it. It's not American, but it's a fucking cool aircraft, man, and they put in a lot of goddamn work. The P-51, don't get me wrong, P-51's a beautiful aircraft. I like the Spitfire more. All right, Real Men Have Little Dogs. Animation was awesome, my dude. Like the old Joe cartoons. The only thing I would have made it better, the XB-70 Valkyrie. Sorry, dude. Love you still. It's okay. I got a lot of feedback from you guys. I really did. This is the thing. People weren't attacking me, which is good. I'm really glad that you guys didn't attack me. Like, this sucks, you suck, I hate you. Like, that's not, productive. Most people, actually everybody, was really constructive. Like, I think this one was a miss. I really like your facial expressions more. It's a decent, like, first try. You guys are trying to be as constructive as you can. And I listen to that. I pay attention to that. And honestly, I'll be totally real with you guys. I'm more embarrassed than anything. Like, even Mrs. Linecrosser was like, yeah, you could have done better. Because I kind of spearheaded the whole thing, and I did it without her help. And I feel bad. And she was like, yeah, you could have done better. And eventually, like, by the end of the night, I was like, can you please just kind of stop talking about it? I'm pretty embarrassed about the entire thing. So it wasn't your guys' fault. It's just I don't, like, it emotionally hurts me when I send a product out and you guys see it and you don't like it. Like, I don't know, but I want you to be honest with me. I'm not saying I want you to lie and say everything I fucking have is amazing, because I want you guys to get what you deserve, right? And you deserve, like, fucking good, hilarious content. So that's what I'm always trying to innovate and do new things. So I do appreciate it. Real Men Have Little Dogs. James, thank you so much for the donation. Ping King 554, happy birthday, HLC. It is not my birthday. That's not till June. I'll let you guys know. I'm a June baby. I'm a Gemini, if you believe the position of the stars in relative location to the Earth has anything to do with your personality. Hi HLC, love your videos. Would like if you could include main battle tanks more often. There's plenty of tanks out there. I could fuck with that. I used to be a tanker, so the thing is that the aircraft have gotten so, like, there's such good personas. I need a good persona for main battle tanks. I will work on it, man. I will work on it. The Flying Fortress would like a word. We need CH5335. That's dyslexia, folks. That a word from our sponsor, autism. You either have it or know someone with it. You just don't know because it's undiagnosed. All right. I'm sorry. Are you guys able to hear me perfectly fine? We need the CH53 as a character as a musclehead. Can the 53, and I'm honestly asking a question here, I'm not being a smartass, can the 53 lift more than the Chinook, which is CH47? Can it lift more than the Chinook? I know the Chinook is like the workhorse of the U.S. Army. So, okay, the kid is still not allowed. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up, guys, as fast as I can. You heard about France saying it will go into Ukraine alone? Like, nah, we good. The ball's on these Frenchmen. I say go for it. Vive la France. Black Jim, don't be giving away my videos before they go live. Might have something on that tomorrow. You Black Gem, no, it's good stuff, man. I've seen it. You mean, do you, me, and Trump all have the same birthday? I have no idea when President Trump's birthday is. Love the blooper reel. Reminded me of the Pixar bloop. That's what I was going for. I'm glad that so many people picked that up. It's like, it's the Pixar bloopers. Because could I have done the bloopers where I just, like, get tongue-tied and I switch back to my normal voice? Yeah. And that would have been funny, don't get me wrong, because I do fuck up a lot. But I was like, what if it's like the different characters have bloopers? And I thought that was a lot funnier, and I'm so glad so many of you picked up on that. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed that. Have you considered trying Blender for your animated skits? A little different from 2D art, but you wouldn't need to redraw things. That's the one that can actually do, like, face mapping and shit, right? Valley Bro tanks. You really should bring or add the F4 Phantom. I will consider it. I like the F4 Phantom. It was a solid workhorse. It was a great aircraft. But I'm not bringing it in for the same, right now anyways, for the same reason that I will not bring in, it's back there, my F4U Corsair, which is my favorite, I would say my all-time favorite aircraft, but definitely my favorite prop aircraft. I love the F4U Corsair. And it's because I don't think I would do it justice yet. So once the character is there, like sometimes I can force a character and sometimes I gotta wait for it to hit me. Sometimes Mrs. Linecrosser. I will tell you guys, there's a lot of good ideas that comes out of Mrs. Linecrosser. She like drops them bad boys and I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. I like that. That's an Echo thing, the dyslexia. Bro, you ain't wrong. Do more content with the bone. Do you see these bombs? Yeah, I will try and do more with the bone. I gotta work on that voice too. Flag Day, bitches. Also, I apologize if I was awkward. It's okay. It is okay. Angie B, you good. You are totally good. Whoa, oh. CH53 beats the Chinook by 10,000 pounds? No shit. Unsubscribe released an autism shirt. Yes, I know they released an autism shirt. I have an idea for another shirt that like relates to that, because I say all the time, air defenders are the dumbest smart people, or the smartest dumb people you've ever met in your life. And I equate us to Mongoloids with missiles. Like, we really are. We're the dumbest fucking people who have access to the coolest shit. And we're expected to protect hundreds of thousands of people. And I still laugh at fart jokes. Anyways, yeah. Can we get more of the kid in the videos? I will attempt to. So here's the thing. I don't, just so you guys understand like my creative process, I don't throw in characters just for the shit, shits and gigs of throwing in a character. Like, they have to have a reason to be there. Sometimes I have a good joke that would hit better with that certain character, so I'll use that character. But having them just supporting, it feels disingenuous, right? So you guys deserve better than that. Beats a Chinook by 10,000 pounds. Thank you, Eric. I now know that. Apparently the Russians seem to be developing an NCO core. This may help them become more flexible and get rid of their top-down command structure. Well, they better figure out something. Dude, somebody tagged me on TikTok Day, and I went to this dude's page, and this guy drank all the wrong Kool-Aid. All the wrong Kool-Aid. Like, it was laughable. He's like, Russia's creating more artillery shells, and all of NATO is giving everything they have to Ukraine, and Russia is still winning. I was like, are you sure about that? If it was everything we had, Russia would cease to exist. It'd be a fucking parking lot. And now I'm not even talking nuclear weapons. The amount of conventional weapons that we could fucking send in there. Like, fuck. But okay. I mean, I would like to see them develop an NCO core. I mean, that's the way the U.S. military is so effective. Is because officers show up. They overcomplicate things. They make a decision, and the NCOs go, this is stupid, but you're in charge. Fuck it. I'm going to do it, sir. And, hang on, Mrs. Linecrosser. Oh my gosh. And then the NCOs fix it, and we unfuck it up. So, someone asked where the jokes come from. Usually a place of deep-seated depression. No, I'm sorry. I've always been a bit of a performer, I guess. Even when I was a young kid, I was just always trying to make people laugh, and I would try and fit into every single situation, and it was the way my brain worked. And I really enjoy making people laugh, and I enjoy being funny, but I'm not funny in the way that I have to be the center of attention. And I've met internet comedians like that it always has to be about them. And some of these people, I'm not going to say any names, are very well known, and I will not be associating with them anymore, because it's not about their following, it's about them, and that's disingenuous to me. It's not disingenuous. The word I was looking for is shit. That's shit to me. Yeah. Is it possible for more Scotland voice skits? Listen there, laddie. We can try and get more Scotland in there, but I can't guarantee anything. Nothing ever fucking happens there. There. That was a weird. There. That was strange. Nothing ever fucking happens there. It's just the same shit day after day. You got fog, you got cold. And I don't know why I talk out the left side of my mouth like Gerard Butler is. I don't know, man. I got to work on that one. Yes, I will attempt to get more Scotland, at least for comedic relief. Scotland and Florida may have like a little thing, a little fling. We may make that as something. Difference between the dumbest smart person and smartest dumb person explained. So, okay. So, dumbest smart person. I would rather have the dumbest smart person than the smartest dumb person. Because if you're surrounded by idiots, you're just like the only person, respectfully, in special ed who hasn't eaten their crayons yet. But if you're the dumbest smart person, you're like the one guy at NASA who gets the coffee. Boom. Russia winning? It was the worst copium I'd ever seen in my fucking life. I just want you guys to know, like, here's the thing. If I saw the tides turn and Russia just taking fucking land, I'm gonna make jokes that way. I'm going to tell the story the way it is. You know, it's funny, people watch my videos and they're like, are you conservative or are you one of them liberals? And it's like, I make jokes about what's actually happening. I don't really pick sides. I just, like, don't get me wrong, I have my own biases, but I make jokes nonetheless. Hell, I've had Russia drop jokes on the United States. Ain't nobody immune to that shit. Have C-17 with an airborne drop package for a character. I don't know who I would use as a C-17. What's my favorite World War II tank? Ooh. I said in the last stream, I said my favorite tank of all time was the Sherman. I love the Sherman. But, Tiger 1 tanker, I already know where you're at. But, here's the big but, okay? I like the gun in the Tiger more than the gun in the Sherman, if that makes sense. Because the gun, for those of you who don't know, the gun inside the Tiger tank was a German 88. 88 millimeters. It was one of the most devastating weapons on the battlefield. Shermans couldn't stop it. Fucking, like, damn near no armor, unless you got a grazing wound, like, couldn't stop it. T-34s couldn't stop it. That Tiger tank, the major downfall of the Tiger tank is they couldn't produce enough of them. That was the major downfall. If they had produced Tiger tanks in the numbers that Shermans and T-34s were produced, it would have been a fucking wrap. Like, those Tigers, they were just really, really fucking powerful guns. The German 88 was a fucking nightmare on the battlefield. That's why they used it for anti-aircraft, artillery, anti-tank, and then a tank gun. I don't think it was ever a railgun. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. Weapons picks the Pershing 2. The Pershing 2 is a really good tank. I fuck with that. Wait, Yeah, the Pershing 2 was right there tail end World War II, wasn't it? I may be off. The 4 minutes of bloopers you made quite literally made my day. Florida. Thank you, Midway. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I will probably do bloopers every once in a while just because it's fun. It's just something to throw things off a little bit. And I worked real hard on that. Canada cries in C-17. Which version of the Sherman tank do I like? M4 I want to say A3? That's the one with the bigger gun, right? Because at first they had like a fucking, I want to say like a 50 millimeter, and then they went to like a big boy. Big boy didn't have as much range, but it hit a lot harder. Make the C-17 the most hillbilly redneck trucker dude ever. Complete with teeth, I think you mean complete, with teeth never touch you when they talk. And the giddy joy of a golden retriever. But I don't know if that embodies a C-17, because I tell you right now, guys, like, don't get me wrong, I love a C-17. I love a C-17. It's a great aircraft. But, and I want to be as clear as I can in this, I'm going to turn the gain up. All you fucking C-17 pilots think you're goddamn fighter pilots. I don't know why, okay? Every single time I've ridden in a C-17, they're just violent with it. They're fucking skidding down the runway. They're bouncing off of runways. They're banking unbelievably fucking hard with a belly full of troops and gear and shit. They just they just listen to Highway to the Danger Zone up there on repeat, taking turns masturbating in the fucking cockpit. I don't know. It's just, yeah. KD Nova, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that Ukraine is winning either. They're in a big time stalemate. Well, I wouldn't say stalemate. It's the gains on either side are marginal at best. The gains coming from Russia are just due to overwhelming force. The same tactic they used in World War II. Throw enough bodies at it, eventually something will happen. Ukraine, I will say, has superior weapons and tactics. I'm going to call a spade a spade. The weapons that Ukraine has been given by NATO are superior. However, they have a staggering few of them. So they have to make their shots count, which means that their tactics are much better. Russia has overwhelming amounts of equipment and personnel. So they're just throwing enough at it that they don't really worry about tactics. They just like, fuck it, we're going to just push our way through until things happen. What is my favorite military cadence song? Ooh. Guess I never really thought about it. So when we do running cadence, which I haven't ran in a while, I do War Pigs by Black Sabbath, which isn't an army cadence, obviously, but it always gets like, there's like an old sergeant major up front who's just like, hell yeah, that's the fucking shit, Sergeant Long, good job. Aubrey J. Phillips, M4 started with the 75 and we're upgraded to 76. I stand corrected. I thought they had like a 105 on them or something. I could have swore. Anyways, Jabba the Hutt for the C-17, big and eats everything. That would be actually kind of funny. But that'd be more like C5 Galaxy. Sorry, I fucking ADHD brain going. No Bob Semple tanks ever lost in combat. Single-handedly kept the Japanese out of New Zealand. Really? I'm not even being a smartass. Like I did not know that. M4A3 has the 105. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, M4A3. Okay, I was right. I mean, I might be wrong. I don't know. Fuck it. Military cadence. I do War Pigs. Hey Lottie Dottie, I guess. That's fucking... Oh, I ain't gonna sing none right now, just so y'all know. My cadence voice is not good. It's Army cadence voice. So... Yeah, and then walking would be the one that you hear that like got real big. Your dog was there when you left. You're right. Your cat was there when you left. You're right. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I left my home. That one's good. I like that one. That one's cool. Oh man, I missed a lot. Who's crazier, infantry or engineers? Engineers all day. Sorry, don't care. Okay, so here's the thing. You're 13 Bravo. Jump Master, Jump C-17, C-130, C-130. Okay, so Sir Toric. He's going to know this, and for those of you who are not in the military, you may not know this, but it's okay. I'm going to help you. And there's going to be people in the military in this chat who are going to be like, yeah, no, that's absolutely fucking right. Engineers, 13 Bravos, combat engineers. Let me see if I can illustrate the way they are, and I'm not even joking. Okay, like I guess that's the best that I could possibly do. Because, okay, after enough times in combat and overseas, engineers have they get like a tick about them. They kind of bounce through life, and it's because they've been a little bit too close to one too many blasting caps. That's the way that I look at engineers. Sorry. Got 4 feet of snow in the past 2 weeks. Fuck that. Hostler Productions? Listen, guys, I'm hooked on phonics. You're clipping that, Laszlo the Instigator. Proving our motto in New Hampshire for weather works for the life of the military. Wait 5 minutes and it'll get worse. You're not wrong. That's how the military is in a nutshell. I was out there standing at PT formation this week, freezing my balls off, and it was only like 35, 40 degrees, but it was like 50 mile an hour winds. And I don't know if you know this, but Army PTs are pretty much the same consistency as a fucking grocery bag. Like there's no insulation there. So I'm standing there freezing my balls off, making sure that other grown men dress the same as me so that we could have one grown man come out front and make sure and say, everybody's here? Cool. Go do PT. Like that's the military in a nutshell. I love the military, but that shit can go. But anyways, I'm freezing my balls off. And I forgot where I was going with that. I totally forgot where I was going with that damn story. But yeah, the weather, just wait 5 minutes. It'll change. Sorry. MOS confusion. Isn't 13 Bravo? I thought 13 Bravo was combat engineers. Was I wrong? Best Jody will always, best cadence will always be little Yellowbird. I fuck with little Yellowbird. Or best Jody will always be little Yellowbird. I think you mean the best cadence be little Yellowbird. The M4A3 does have a 105 millimeter. Okay, I want to make sure I was right. I thought I was right, but this is the thing, guys. I'm okay with being wrong in public. Okay, all right. That's the end of that. So, would you intercept me? Oh yeah. Hey, you plan to make a video about Israel? Poles are pretty pissed about it. It's probably risky to talk about the stuff. So, Israel is kind of it's a touchy subject. People are more emotionally invested in Israel than they were in Russia and Ukraine. There's just more emotion behind it. So I do talk about Israel every once in a while, but I try and tread lightly, and especially since they struck the humanitarian aid workers. I was like, ugh. I have thus far been unable to think of a way to make that funny. I know my job is and what I do is making light of awful things. There's even some things that I can't figure out a way. Do a video with CW Lemoine? Bro, I'm dyslexic as shit. Maybe I'll make somebody, when I said I'm dyslexic as shit, all I thought of was Bill Clinton. All right, we're going to go on over here. Maybe I'll make a Bill Clinton. I don't fucking know. You know nothing. Hold on. A while ago, the Chieftain did a video about air defense from a perspective of a tanker. Can you do something similar? Or reaction as an air defender to a former tanker? So how so? Wait, did you say 13? You did. 31 Bravo. That's the dyslexia. You said 13 Bravo, not 31 Bravo? Hold on. Not 31 Bravo is fucking MP. What the fuck are engineers? 12 Bravo. Wow. Holy shit, did I fuck that up? That's engineers. That's, okay, engineers are 12 Bravo, 13 Bravo is field artillery, while a cannon crew member, fuck me running, and then 31 Bravo is MP. Wow. Oh. Guys, it's been a week. It's, don't smoke crack. I didn't smoke crack. Kinda wish. Please, we need that on Angry Cops meme Reddit. Bro, so I have a Reddit. It's just the Smurf Reddit, and I read what other people say on Reddit, like about me and other people. I want you to know, whoever it is that snapped the screenshot of me wearing the pink maid outfit, I will find you. I'm gonna fill your urethra with jelly beans. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it the fuck out. Okay? I will find you, you son of a bitch. I go to Angry Cops fucking Reddit, and I was just like, wow. And as you to post it more, well, I should do a collaboration with Fun and BB. He does similar content as you. I think y'all could make a gold on a video together. Time. There's so many people I want to collab with. Time is a killer right now. Time is a monster. So, I know Fundum. So I like right now, can't say, but yeah. Time is the motherfucker. There's so many people. Like when I went to unsubscribe last week, I was like, Eli Double Tap. I was like, Eli, I need you to be China again for one of my videos. And he was like, all right, dude, no problem, done. And then it was just chaos the whole time. We were busy as shit, and I never got a chance for him to do it. I mean, I could easily be like, Eli, I need you to videotape this and send it to me. No problem. It's just a matter of time of putting it all together, man. HLC, I'm here. Did you miss me? Brandon, I miss everybody. Top-notch Photoshop skills. Don't tempt me with a good time. Get into the witness protection now. Oh, yes, the emo. Yeah. How are you, HLC? Would you ever do a meetup? Yeah, I would. I've done them before. Not in like 2 years. It's been a little while. I've been busy. But I remember a couple years ago, I was like, hey, this is where I'll be. And if you guys want to ride motorcycles or just meet me in the parking lot, this is where I'll be. So does this, I hope this makes sense. And I feel like me at the level that I'm at, a meetup is me acting like I'm more important than I actually am. Does that make sense? Like, I don't feel like, I just feel like a normal dude. I don't feel like I need a meetup. I don't feel like, yeah, but people are going to come hang out. And I have given one autograph. There was a dude while I was out in San Antonio. He walked up to me. I forget his name. I'm terrible with names. I'm great with faces. If I saw him again, I'd remember exactly who he was. And he walked over and he's like, HLC, and handed me a marker and a hat. And he's like, will you sign my hat? And he was getting like all the creators to sign it. He had like Fat Electrician on there, Eli Double Tap, Brandon Herrera, freaking Uncle Dijon, Lay McNasty. There was a whole bunch of names on there. And I was like, yeah, dude, like I wanted to say thank you because I've never given an autograph before, but I was like, yeah. So I had to figure out how to do an HLC autograph. Am I feeling imposter syndrome? Absolutely. Brandon, you are important to all of us. Don't downplay yourself. And I want to, get you guys the content you deserve. That's what I want. Can I make more boat videos? Yes. I haven't talked about the Red Sea in a little while, and I know the Dutch have been putting in work. Well, at least they shot down one or more. I don't know. So yeah. Am I still in service? Yes. Yes, we really appreciate you, HLC. Mirandy, thank you so much. Like, honestly, guys, I love it. Have I seen the Fat Electrician videos? Oh, yeah. I know Nick. He's a good friend of mine. You want me to call him? You want me to call him? I don't want. A couple people have asked if I'm still in our army or if you're getting out. I'm still in, but I am getting out. Mrs. Linecrosser. Okay. So she wants me to give out puppy treats. Knox's eyes open, so he's going to see as soon as I grab for it. But, yep, he saw it. As soon as I pick up this bottle. Yep, there it is. Good boy. Here you go. For the rain, and here you get one more Knox because they're little. All right, go on. Go lay down, puppies. Sorry. Yeah, but I know the Fat Electrician. Text first. Hang on. I'll text him. Hold on. I'll see what he says. I'll ask. Hang on. All right. Query, can you hint what the next high-value airborne asset may be? Next high-value... Hint what the next high-value airborne asset may be. Like the next thing that I like, next character I make? I'm not sure what you're asking. Because, like, that's a very... The next... I mean, okay, so let me answer all of the questions that I think it might be. First one we'll answer is... like the next big thing coming out, and like in the air, it'll be next generation air dominance by the U.S. military. No one can keep up with that. I'm sorry. It's just going to be, and its benchmark is to beat the F-22 and beat the F-22 badly. And you'll find, there's aircraft out there. Oh, the Rafale beat the F-22. Yes. When it was crippled. Like it was, if you're within visual range of an F-22 or an F-35, you weren't the target, or they ran out of fucking missiles. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. So that's one question. Second, it would be, what's the next plane I'm working on? I don't know. I would really like to get a Chinook character. That's, for me, I want a Chinook character, but I wanted the Chinook character to be Arlie Ermy, and I can't get the damn voice right. I can get the cadence right. I just can't get the damn voice right. 31 was comma when I left the Army. I was an engineer and artillery during my career. I was also the Old Guard. No shit, you did Old Guard? That's G, man. You ever do the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier? Honest question. Imposter Syndrome, go Bird. I doubt it, but anything's possible. I want an autograph. I'll buy merch if it's signed. You guys don't have to buy anything. You don't have to. All I will ever ask is just watch the videos I make. That's all I will ever ask of any of you guys. I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm kind of a big deal. HLC 2024. I did say that in the mod chat. I did. I absolutely did. All right, let me catch up on these super chats. I don't know if I asked this before, but I'm curious. Why did ISIS decide to attack Moscow after their hiatus? Also, have you fought any ISIS members during your tour or not? No. Okay, so first question about deciding to attack Moscow. So ISIS is a mutual enemy of the United States and Russia. ISIS started mainly in Syria, and Russia controlled part of Syria because Russia was trying to back up the normal, I believe the one of the regimes there, and we're trying to back up a democratic regime more or less. And ISIS showed up and started fighting both of us. So Russia's been fighting ISIS for a while, and this is the thing: Iran, the United States, I believe China, and the United Kingdom all warned Russia that a terrorist attack was going to happen soon. They may have not chose. This is the thing: they could have chose to yield that to heed that warning, but you can never harden every single target. It's physically impossible. Y'all ain't right. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Treat fund? Oh yeah, I need to get him some new ones. They're kind of old. Sorry to those that heard me ask on Angry Cops stream this week. Okay, sorry. All right. Red and green flags when looking for firearm training safety courses. Okay, green flag, certifications, but certifications that matter from reputable organizations. Let me see. There's let me see, a cadre trainer course, because that teaches you a lot of things. A certificate from, oh man, there's like a federal firearms instructor course or some shit you can take. I don't know the name of them off the top of my head, but proper certifications and posted on the wall. That's a green flag. Red flag is someone who consistently and regularly talks only about things that they experienced in military service. I'm not saying that people in the military don't know proper firearms. I'm not saying that. Listen to me. What I'm getting at is an engagement while you're deployed is different than an engagement for someone protecting themselves on the streets in the United States. They are somewhat transferable, but more than likely not transferable. Does that make sense? So that's what I would go with. And someone that you maybe know that people have gone to before. It's just for dog treats. God damn, there's two donations for dog treats. So wait for it. They haven't noticed. I'm gonna shake it. Ha ha! Want some cookies? Rain! Rain! Dumbass. Well, you guys saw one of my lights. My key light back here. Rain just ran right through it. Here, Knox, come here. People like seeing you. And here, Rain, you get two. It's a good boy. All right. That was rip light, sweet doggies. There's some hose in his house. What? You don't see Engad. Engad sees you. We don't need airplanes, bro. I mean, can't be better than our 7-year-old MiG-15. Whoever's running the North Korea official page, I'm proud of you. You're sticking to this like hardcore, and I respect that. Hold on. Oh man, Chris. Holy shit, I missed that. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm getting to them as quick as I can. Any military FUD stories of others or yourself? Oh shit, what do you mean by FUD? Fucked up. Is that an acronym? FUD? Is that an acronym? I mean, like, you talking about like dumbasses? Oh, bro, the military here. You want to know what it's like in the military? Watch Love on the Spectrum. That's pretty much every army barracks on a Friday night. I'm telling you. And this is the thing: Love on the Spectrum is not a bad show. It's actually a great show. But when I watched it, I was watching it and like, I've worked with him before. I've worked with him before. I've worked with him before. Oh, I've worked with her before. Like, there is a staggering, like, probably scary number of people in the United States military who have undiagnosed autism. So like there's a lot of them. I do have a story here in a little bit. FUD. Oh, I thought that was FOD. FOD. Foreign object debris. If I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, Weapons is going to correct me very, very quickly. He's going to be in here like, oh, I'm having a stroke. I love you, Weapons. Because good content, no imposter syndrome allowed, and Rob apparently, Daddy Rob is not around, but Chris, you can be my daddy anytime. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it, man. I'm trying to be, for me, like, my big reward is just giving you guys something you really enjoy. So thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it. Thank you all, everybody. I'm trying to get to all this. You just want an F-22 coffee mug. Eventually, we're working on it. Well, not yet. Eventually, okay. You'd buy merch if I kissed it. Brandon, I'm gonna go out there and start smooching shirts. I'm gonna go on out to Bunker Branding, and they're gonna be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "This is for Brandon." There's got to be a character that can fit the voice of Gunnery Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket. I'm already doing a Clint Eastwood. The C-130 or the AC-130J is do you feel lucky, motherfucker? Yeah, like that's what I went with. Let me see your war face. Again, I can get the voice, or I can get the tone, the cadence. I just can't get the voice. What in the fuck are you talking? Like, I can get that. What in the fuck? Ooh, that actually wasn't half bad. What the? You gotta start with a what. I'm gonna have to work on it. Maybe. Have you considered a video in honor of Battleship New Jersey going into dry dock? I have not. I just heard recently that it did go into dry dock. Congratulations to the Battleship New Jersey. I'm curious. Can Grandpa Buff have a convo with a Corsair? Would love to see a Corsair character. You and me both. But the Corsair is arguably one of my favorite aircraft. Actually, it's probably my most favorite aircraft. And every time I want to use the F4U Corsair, I chicken out because I feel like the character isn't right. Like, that's an iconic aircraft that, I mean, think about it. It was America's last prop-driven fucking plane, and it was going toe-to-toe with jet MiGs. And it was doing okay. Like, I mean, they weren't like fucking dominating, but they were doing damn good. So I don't know. Daddy. Rippling, sorry. Crutch is busted. Okay, plural FUDs. A gun owner who supports traditional hunting guns but favors gun control. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have met one of those in the military. I worked with him on my last deployment. He was also very he was a left-leaning supporter. And again, I serve with all kinds of people from a different background, but I will tell you, most of the people in the military are conservative. Nothing against anyone who is more liberal, but that's just, those are usually the people that enlist. And we all watched the election together, and he had voted for Hillary Clinton, and I can let people know the new unsub video episode is in the works. It is. But anyways, yeah. And yeah, that's the only thing I got that one. Hold on. I want to make sure. Do you think air combat will go back to World War II style with how the advancement and proliferation of stealth? No. So I think the days of dogfighting are gone, and here's why. As stealth technology gets better, so something that was stealth or considered stealth 50 years ago is not considered stealth today. It's considered reduced visibility. This is in part to a couple of things. One, our standard for stealth, which is, it's an arbitrary metric. We just kind of make it up. Like, okay, that is the reduction in radar cross-section that we now consider stealth. Like, it's not a world standard or anything. It's just, it's subjective. For the United States, I believe it's 90%, 95%, something like that, reduction in radar cross-section. So if you measured at 3 meters, you would have to be like 0.2 0.25 or 0.33 meters or something like that on radar cross section. Anyways, but as stealth technology gets better, so does radar technology. Like the F-35 has a powerhouse of a fucking radar, and it's not like powerful in the same way that the F-14 was. The F-14 was that radar just went for fucking eons. The F-35 is a very high fidelity. It gets you a ton of detail about whatever you're looking at. Like that is the power of the F-35. The F-14 was just, we're going to send this shit to fucking zenith. Like it's going way out there. The F-35 is all about how good of a picture we can get, right? Like so it's the difference between an old telescope and a modern day like high speed or like high fidelity camera. That's really the difference. So will the new vehicles meet the old? Maybe. I haven't done that yet. Sorry, I saw you in this chat over here. I'm still working through this one. So I don't think, I genuinely don't think that, because as radar technology gets better, stealth technology becomes less effective. Thoughts on Russia saying they're going to start manufacturing modernized version of the MiG-27? I think it's a dumb idea, but I'm not military. I'm not aware that they did that. Again, guys, I've been kind of out of the loop all week. I was not aware that they said that they were going to start manufacturing a modernized MiG-27. So, because here's the thing. I mean, you may not like it. You may not believe it. You may not be happy about it, but the sanctions on Russia are genuinely affecting them adversely. Their economy, their GDP in general is smaller than ours by like a lot. That being said, it's being crippled because the US and NATO control global trade. Now, here's the thing. Is it fucking with their economy? Yes. Just slower than we expected it to. Well, not really expected, just slower than others. Like if we had done these exact same sanctions on China, the amount of people in China that like consume, because they're an importing nation. Russia, on the other hand, is more of an exporting nation. The United States is, sometimes it really depends on the year. We export more, sometimes we import more. It really depends on the year. But if we put these sanctions on China, oh shit, they'd be eating people in the streets, probably in about 90 to 120 days, maybe 180 days max. So, let me hang on. I got to remember what the MiG-27 looks like. Hold on, because all that's popping into my head, I think, is a MiG-19, MiG-17, something like that. That was not the plane that I thought it was, and that is ugly as sin. Hang on, no, I got one. Blue Jay, yeah, no, fun owners. Yeah, I answered that one, Mrs. Line Crosser. The gun owners one, about the dude that I worked with while I was overseas. Sorry. I don't know enough about the MiG-27 to know if it's a good play or a bad play. I don't, like, the MiG-27 doesn't stick out enough to me to really go one way or the other. Corsair is the sexiest aircraft ever. Would have to be voiced by a female, possibly Mae West type. Maybe I can get Mrs. Linecrosser to be like a seductive F4U Corsair. That would be hot. That would be. I'm here for it. Just want to say the video with what's your favorite plane questions with the other creators had me rolling. Thank you, Ryan. I know it's like out of my norm, but I had a lot of fun making that. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Will you do the YF-23? A lot of people have asked for the YF-23. Like a huge beef with the 22 would be super funny. I considered it. Let me do some more research on the YF-23. Let me do some more homework. I don't know enough about it. Y'all, this is the thing. I did not expect to be in the plane space, but y'all plane people, Give me a break. I'm learning as fast as I can. But like sometimes I'll use a picture and I'll get people in my comment section like, you made a joke that only pertains to an F-16 Block 3 A. And this picture you have here is an F-16 Block 4 B. So this joke doesn't even make sense. And I'm like, fucking bro, I'm just making funny fart jokes and dick jokes with planes. I have a sexually frustrated F-22. They are planes with human eyes and mouth. And your problem is that I used the wrong picture. Fuck. So give me a break. I'll look into the YF-23 a little bit better. I have someone sent me a steel poster of it, and so it's over there. But yeah, civilian here. Thank you, HLC, and all the vets and the current members of our militaries for your service. Thank you so much, Onikel Kron. There we go. Had to sound that one out in my brain. All right, sorry. Let me get caught up. Corsair. Yep, we already got that one. Hey, HLC, moved out of my parents' basement. Hell yeah, Dr. Noblex, where's my horn button? Beam, 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 beam. There we go. Good job, Dr. Noblex. For those of you who don't know, Dr. Noblex is the man who got me this wonderful lightsaber back here. It's all blurry because I have a nice new camera that blurs my background and focuses on me really, really well. It is a Sony FX30 with a 15mm lens, in case anyone's curious. I don't know if you guys enjoy... Hold on. Continue use. It had a pop-up on it. I'm going to have to, like, crack a door or so. Hold on, I got to make it cooler in here. It's fucking warm. I got to turn the AC down. When we introduce the F-Century series jets, since you're done with the teen series. Maybe. Hello there, we need a retold story of the F-15 losing its wing and making it home anyway. It'd be fun to see how the gang... I like that. Actually, I'm going to put that in the notes. We'll put that in the notes. Come on, pen work. I enjoyed that Vietnam story that I gave. Let's do that. Foreign object debris is correct. Okay. See? Hey, we're... Oh, shit. There's been a lot more of them, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, God. I'm sorry. There's so many questions. Plane people will be like, you made a plane joke? Name every single plane. Fucking Zach, bro. Bro. All right. So, before I get to the rest of these super chats right here, Mrs. Linecrosser wanted me to tell this story. So while we were dating, I was in my truck. Right now I have a 2015 Ram 1500. Say what you want to. I love the truck. It's paid off, and I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off of that bitch. But it's lifted now. It's on 35s. It's got light bar, all this other jazz. I need a winch. That's it's gonna cost me a pretty penny, but we'll get there. Anyways, so I was in this truck, and say what you want to. Yes, I know it looks stupid. But I had like lights in the wheel wells and lights underneath the grill and lights on the frame and stuff like that. And it had like ground effects on a truck because I was a fucking douche. And I thought that that's what people wanted to see, right? Hold on, Maury, who's ignoring? What? Hold on. Sorry, I saw a weapon say... Okay, anyways. So, we were dating, and we were in Las Cruces, and we were heading down, I want to say it's Valley Boulevard or something like that. And there was a dude. We'd come to a stoplight. I had the blue lights underneath my truck. By the way, turns out my wife was not impressed. My wife now, my girlfriend then, was not impressed by fucking anything that men do to peacock. It's okay, guys. I know. I was there, right? You have a loud exhaust because fucking you're peacocking. That's what you do. You have a shiny vehicle because you're peacocking. You have fast because you're peacocking. It's all right, man. I did the same shit because you it's all right. I had a motorcycle for the same reason. None of that shit impressed that woman. Fucking none of it. But anyways, so we're in the truck. I have the lights on. I think it's cool. She probably is like, this is the dumbest shit ever. But anyways, gentleman pulls up on a bicycle next to my truck. And he is decked out in all red. Maybe that's his favorite color. We don't want to jump to conclusions, okay? Maybe, whatever. So he's in all red. He throws down his bicycle and starts yelling at me, telling me to get out the truck because he wants to fight me. And I remember, man, he really just does not like the color blue. Like he, and my wife even now, she's like, blue, like that's her thing. Like that guy, when he saw blue, was like, blue, like it's the worst thing in the world. So I'm like, I got my 40 in the door. I was just like, man, that guy he's upset. He's like really upset. And I figure it's like, it was a real missed opportunity. Because that man, I don't know what he does for work, but if he had a job at like FedEx and a UPS truck pulled up, that's the person you want on your team. He's going to fight the competition like on site because he loves the people he works with that much. So I had a blue truck. He was wearing red. He was on a bicycle. I'm in a 6,000-pound truck, and he was still wanting to fight me. And I feel like it was a waste of potential there. Don't know what the guy does for work, but you know, he would have, I would hire that man. I would absolutely hire that motherfucker in a heartbeat. But yeah, HLC went through MEPS last week. Congratulations, Mega Mobass. The guy who runs medical session at Lansing said he served with you, knows you. No shit. Yeah, if you can figure out his name, let me know, man. Northrop Grumman and McDonnell Douglas attempted making the first 5th-gen aircraft. Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah, well, it was also huge. Do you know the YF-23 was actually bigger than the F-22? Yeah, like longer. And the F-22 is fucking massive. The F-22 is 60-some feet long. The F-35 is short. It's only like 40 or 50 feet. Poland wants to be unchained. Last time Russia violated their airspace, they called in all their pilots and activated their air defense, and Ukraine took out a factory with remote control Cessna. I did see the remote control Cessna. I was like, damn. It's inventive. A larger air platform, you can carry more ordnance. Like it's pretty ingenious. And if you can forward the radio from there, you can sound like just regular air traffic. Some would argue that it's not an honorable way to fight, but, you know, all's fair in love and war, right? The aircraft people don't realize that if it flies, it dies. Maury knows. He knows. If it flies, it dies. Your favorite plane is the P-38 Lightning? I fuck with that, Dr. Noblex. I fuck with that. The P-38, it is an iconic air platform. It really is. Did a lot of work. A lot of fucking work for the United States. My behind is heavy. Bolt action? What? What bolt action? Your butt is heavy? What? Get Green Mini Split 1-ton AC system. They work great. I am on base housing. I'm gonna run this thing until it falls apart. All right, hold on. All right. Your thoughts on missiles that use high visibility cameras to track and engage targets? Some European militaries think it will make stealth mute. Yes. Counterpoint. What about at night? I'm not being a smartass. Like, visual is great in clear conditions on a clear day, no fog, no inclement weather, no darkness. Like there's those are optimal conditions. Will it ever make stealth? Will that alone make stealth? Negate stealth capability, I guess is, how did you word it? Make stealth moot. But could that be a tool used in certain conditions, under certain circumstances, against stealth aircraft? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Valhalla Christ? That's actually a cool fucking name, dude. Had to share this story. Random encounter, older gentleman in an 11th Armored jacket. Bro, 11th Armored hasn't existed in a long time. Same unit my dad was in during Vietnam. Talked for a bit. Learned they were there together. No shit. That's fucking cool, man. Yeah, let me see. The Army now has just 1st Armor Division. That's the only armor division I think we have left. Because we have 1st Infantry, 3rd Infantry, 4th Infantry, 1st Armor. Hell on Wheels got closed down, I want to say 2007, 2008, which is 2nd Armor, Hell on Wheels. Yeah. 11th Armor hasn't been around in a while, man. All right, hold on. Don't call Fat Amy short. I haven't used that joke in a while. The Gloucester Meteor was a graceful design. I'm not familiar with that aircraft. By a good margin, the 23 was closer to what NGAD will be. You think so? I thought NGAD was supposed to be shorter. Just more of them. Because I don't know if you guys are aware, Next Generation Air Dominance, there's rumors, we don't have a full report or anything yet, but is that they they'll have drones that fly with each aircraft, like that look just like the aircraft and will help protect the aircraft, which is fucking terrifying. No, they shut down Hell on Wheels. They saved my life twice. Yeah, I don't think they exist anymore because like you see nobody with that patch. Let me double check. Oh, the unit was inactivated on 16 September 1991. And the regimental flag transferred to the sister unit, 3rd Battalion, 3rd Aviation Regiment. Yeah. Based in Germany. Huh. I didn't know that part. Wasn't sure if you were going to stream that. I try and be here as often as I can, man. On-base housing sucks. This one's not terrible. P-38 is the most photographed of the war. It's because they're hard to kill. It's because they keep coming back. No, I'm just kidding. I love the Spitfire though. It's a pretty plane. I got one back there. I have a Hawker Hurricane and a Spitfire. I have both of them. The Hawker Hurricane was a workhorse, but it was cheap, wasn't as powerful. It was made of wood instead of made of fucking metal. Like it was, but they could produce them in much larger amounts. Devin Elliott, how close are we to cloaking technology? Some people already have it. The Chinese and other countries. I mean, hell, I read it like 15 years ago that someone had created a material that bends light around it, so you're circumstantially invisible. So probably not far away. Will you ever be able to park a plane right there that no one can ever see? I don't know. But flying through the air, would it be almost impossible to detect with the naked eye? Absolutely. Yeah, that wouldn't be hard. How goes it, HLC? Just got back from MEPS. No shit, Ethan Hutchins. Congratulations. Just got back from MEPS and did my oath of enlistment. I ship out on the 6th of next month as a 91 Mike. Good old 91 Mikes. Look, man, I'm going to tell you the same thing that my older brother told me when I enlisted, and I say this out of respect. Not that I matter to you, but if you don't make it through basic training, I will never look at you the same way again. That's what my older brother told me. And after I completed basic training, I was like, bro, that was really fucking easy. Like, it was, you wake up, it does what it's told. You get smoked when you get smoked. You learn. You march when you're supposed to march. You just shut your brain off and exist. You go auto-private. It's fucking easy, man. Super easy. Really is. I think it's got to be X44 Manta. Only one person in the Discord right now. Sorry, I'm not gonna hop in the Discord on stream, guys. Y'all say some crazy. Did you hear about Ukraine putting boomboxes on drones? Are you making a pun like a boombox is an explosive, or are you saying actual boomboxes? Because I did not hear about actual boomboxes. Fun fact about the P-38, its success over Europe and the Pacific gained it the nickname Twin-Tailed Devil from the Germans, and 2 planes, 1 pilot from the Japanese. Huh. I didn't know that. Nux, quit licking your ass while I'm on stream. Gross. I heard him over there. Like, I could hear him like in his butthole. Oh, man, I skipped one. Was the M6 linebacker a bad vehicle given that it didn't last a decade? Ooh, this is a great question. Or was it just in service at the wrong time? One of the more appropriate names for an air defense vehicle, in my opinion. That's actually great. This brings up a perfect... I'm so asked this. Like, this makes me so unbelievably fucking happy. So the last M6 Bradley linebacker in existence right now, the last one that exists, is over here at the Fort Sill Training Support Facility. Okay, which is used to be the Air Defense Artillery Museum, but everything in there is... Oh, Oh, Knox said he doesn't give a fuck. He really doesn't give a fuck. Anyways, it's the last one in existence. It's over here. It used to be the Fort Sill Air Defense Artillery Museum, but everything in there still functions, so they changed it to a training support facility. There's also like 50-some radioactive items in there. But anyways, the Bradley Linebacker, you're absolutely right. It was a great system designed at the wrong time. So we got rid of it. And the only reason that one still exists is it actually has a lump, like a bump in the bottom of it. It got hit with a 500-pound IED, and when they went to like fix it, they couldn't get the motor out because it had twisted the entire frame. And they're like, we're going to melt it down, and they saved it. And they're like, can we just have it? Like, we'll just put it on display. And it's the last one in existence. All the rest of them got torn apart. But anyways, so for those of you who don't know what a Bradley Linebacker is, an M6 Bradley Linebacker it looks just like a regular Bradley. That's what they look like, right? Just 2 tracks, kind of sloped front end, 25 Mike Bushmaster, except a normal Bradley, you raise 2 tow missiles. On the Bradley Linebacker, the M6, you raise 4 Stinger missiles. It was an anti-aircraft version of the Bradley. Great idea, but wrong timing, because in the Global War on Terror, we didn't have any enemy air. Like, the Taliban didn't fly planes. The ISIS didn't fly planes. Like, they didn't really have anything that thing could shoot down. So it was the wrong time. So we got rid of the program. And then we decided to come up with, we actually started getting rid of short-range air defense in general. And then Ukraine popped off. And we started realizing the importance of a good layered air defense and having short-range air defense. So we started activating just a metric fuck ton of 14 Papas, which are air defense crew members. They work with like Stingers, they work with Avengers, and they would be the guys on the Bradley Linebacker. Well, they also gave them the directed energy maneuver short-range air defense, which is a laser on a striker. Freaking strikers with freaking laser beams on their head. The system is got some problems. We're getting there. We're not there yet. But anyways, and then they have a kinetic version, which has 8 Stinger missiles, 2 man-pad grips in the back, which is the thing you attach to the Stinger missile to actually fire it, right? And it also has a 30 Mike, which is an experimental weapon, and then it has a 7.62 on top of it. Now, the 30 Mike and 7.62 are just for shooting equipment, like the buttons on someone's shirt. Anyways, but you can use them for air defense as well, and the thing actually has onboard radars that sit on the corners. It's really fucking cool. Problem is, a striker is... They're shit platforms. I'm going to be real with you. I fucking hate strikers. But that was the interim fix. As of about... I want to say a couple months ago. Not even maybe a couple months. Maybe this month. No, not April, but March or before. BAE Systems got a contract to bring back the Bradley Linebacker. It's going to be retrofitted. It's going to be a different design. They got like 3 or 4 different designs, but you can check it out. Just Google BAE Systems Bradley Linebacker, and they're bringing it back. There's going to be like 3 or 4 different versions. So I'm so glad you asked that question. I just went into my missiletism took off. Radiation is awful. It's all right, depending on the band. S-band I haven't taken. X-band I haven't taken. C-band just makes it feel like all your cells are dancing and you taste pennies. Good eye from Tasmania. Tasmania, Australia. Is Tasmania part of Australia? I'm not even being a smartass. Is it like a tributary? I thought Tasmania was its own... Hold on. It's an Australian state? Was I the only one who didn't know this? Tasmania is part of the Australian... It's a state of Australia. What? Anyways, thoughts on the Vulcan bombers from the UK. If you haven't heard, look it up, the Vulcan Howl. I'm familiar with the Vulcan Howl. I don't know much about it. I haven't done any research on that. I think the Vulcan Howl is actually kind of cool, but in a weird, ironic way, it sounds very similar to a Su-57, which has a similar howl. Well, it's higher pitch on the Su-57. Yep. The Avro Vulcan, jet-powered, tailless, Delta Wing. I do love Delta Wings. Operated by the Royal Air Force from 1956 until 1984. It looks cool. I don't know what its capabilities or limitations are. I have heard the Howl before. Yeah. Thanks for forgiveness. France is better. Tasmania is Australia's... Is it? Tasmania is Australia's Scotland. That is because it's interesting. Because, like, from what I hear, Scotland is the UK's, like, Texas or Florida. I don't know how accurate that is. So to hear, like, Tasmania is that version for Australia is fucking hilarious. Actual music boombox. Seriously? Fork-tailed devil, I think it was. That we're still talking about the P-38. Yeah, sorry, I'm catching back up. Heard the military is looking for old school AAA for anti-drone warfare. Is it supposed to be cheaper and less prone to issues than planned technologies? Yes and no. Drone warfare has become a huge thing. We actually have several counter UAS schools. Counter UAS mean counters unmanned aerial system or surveillance. It really depends on where you read it. So yes and no. The days of the Quad 50, don't get me wrong, I love that bitch. The meat chopper, the M2 motor carriage. Should be the M2 motor carriage. Beautiful. I love it. Slapping 4 M2 heavy barrel 50 caliber machine guns on a quad rack and some guy in there just like this. It fucking makes me happy. But anyways, we won't be going back to something like that. We will be pushing the technological envelope, I guess, there a little bit, is what we'll really be doing. So, directed energy is definitely a serious push for us. The reason why directed energy and electronic warfare, so like jamming and stuff like that, we have really good jammers. We build phenomenal jammers. The reason why those are effective and those are really good is they are cost effective. For roughly the cost of a gallon of diesel, directed energy M-SHORAD can shoot down a drone. So I think that's going to be their primary focus. But outside of that, you have systems like LMATIS, you have the Smash, the smart shooter, you have Coyote, you have Ninja, you have... there's so many counter unmanned aerial... So like commercial off the shelf drones are a serious threat in modern warfare. So we've really, we're kind of behind the power curve. The small drones are going to cause havoc. Are we prepared to stop all of them? No. And I would never say that we're professional, we are fully prepared. But are we better prepared than most? Yeah, absolutely. What if the missile uses night vision at nighttime? Okay, I like what you're talking. Problem. Okay, so I'm not, again, we could argue what ifs all day. Night vision works really, really good. It does. It works phenomenal when you have illumination. Again, this still brings in some of those things like, yes, day and night clear conditions. Would that work? Fuck yeah, it would. Foggy conditions or no illumination. I will tell you right now, I didn't know this. Fucking Louisiana is dark as fuck in the jungle. You think you know what dark is? I went down to Fort Polk, Louisiana. I had night vision on. And they're like, we need to go, we were moving through the jungle for fucking something. Middle of the night, moving through the jungle. Night vision didn't fucking work. Because, okay, so on your NVGs, you have also an infrared flashlight, which to all of us, we look like we're bright as shit, but you can't see anything because it's just an infrared flashlight. So we all had to turn on our IR flashlights, which only are shiny from here to here. So I was fucking running into trees and bushes and spiders and shit all night long. So NVGs, night vision has some issues. Florida has jungles? Louisiana does. I don't know about Florida. I've never been to Florida. Haven't been on a ship in the middle of nowhere. That's fair. I hear the ocean is dark as fuck. I'm not even complaining. Fuck that, man. Looks like the strong kid found the TISM trigger. Yeah, because I was talking about fucking missiles and the M6 Bradley line. I love the linebacker. It's a great thing. The F-69 VTOL is my favorite aircraft ever. I'll have to check it out. So Oppenheimer finally premiered in Japan. I haven't even read the rest of this yet, but I'm wondering if I can on stream. But a historian says the bombings on Japan were war crimes and that the U.S. is 100% in the wrong. Never says about the war crimes Imperial Japan did. So war crimes, I need you guys to understand, are prosecuted by whatever country wins. It sucks. It really sucks. If if Japan had still held out and somehow won the war at that point in time, the U.S. and Russia and the United Kingdom and all of the allies would have to answer for our crimes. So, war crime is kind of subjective, right? When you're a little kid with a magnifying glass out in the sun burning ants, to the ants, you're awful. But to a little kid, you're just playing with a magnifying glass in the sun. I don't know if that might not be a great analogy, but does that make sense? Japan did some awful things. I encourage all of you, if you want to, read the book Unbreakable. They made a movie about it. The movie's okay. The book, much gooder. It's called Unbreakable, and it's about the Bataan Death March, the soldiers that held out on the Bataan Peninsula 8 hours after the attack on Pearl Harbor. I don't know if you guys know this. 8 hours after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Bataan Peninsula fell under attack in the Philippines. Well, it was bigger than the Bataan Peninsula, but American troops held out from December until May on the Bataan Peninsula. And the only way they were getting any supplies is submarines were sneaking in and offloading supplies because everything else was blockaded. So they had to sneak it all in with submarines, which wasn't very many supplies. And the only reason Americans surrendered was because they were ordered to. Keep in mind, during that time, when they officially surrendered, Americans were literally swimming from the peninsula of Bataan to Corregidor to continue to fight. Like, Americans were just like, fuck you, we ain't going, right? But then they were like, all right, we were told to surrender. We're POWs now. We'll go peacefully. Hey, we fought for this long time. The things Japan did to them, I'm not going to say it was at all comparable to the R word of Nanking. That's the actual name of the incident that happened. Okay, we all know what the R word is, rhymes with grape. Okay, of Nanking. You guys should also look into that. So Japan was awful. I argue that Japan was equally as bad as Germany. And I know that's saying a lot because Germany exterminated 14 million people, 6 million Jews. Like, don't get me wrong, that's fucking awful. Like, that is absolutely awful. But learn about what happened in Nanking. Unit 731, that's what it was. Yep. Japan did horrendous things during World War II. Unit 731 is a fantastic example. Yep. Speed bump was getting more teeth. Sorry, I'm a huge World War II history buff. Yes, Tasmania is a state of Australia. Apparently, you're the last one to find out. Bro, I didn't know, Patrick. But hey, thank you so much for being here, man. I'm glad you're here. I really am. We got 30 more minutes we're going to be hanging out here. So hypothetical would it happen to be if non-chemical form of travel, like electromagnetic propulsion, asking for world-building purposes? I mean, we already have electromagnetic types of travel. What do you think a bullet train is? It's electromagnets. That's really what it is. The money has to flow to and from somewhere. That's all people care about. It's like creating a perpetual motion machine. Do you guys know what perpetual motion is? Obviously, perpetual means like never ending, but means that it also creates enough energy that it can keep itself going. If we could create something like that, we could probably have intergalactic travel. Because we could have something inside. We'd never need solar panels. We'd never need anything. You could literally just have a wheel in here. Let's say it's spinning by itself and we created a perpetual motion machine. You could power every house with one of those. Just have it sitting there. And it would free electricity, free energy. So yeah. USS Montana will have electromagnetic drive? No shit. Don't get me wrong, what we did to the Japanese Americans was also awful. But, well, Haven Lady, was it terrible? Yes. Was it comparable to how our POWs were treated? No. No, not in the slightest. Like, don't get me wrong, they were treated like shit. But they were treated like shit by American standards. Okay, I'll give you one example. In the book Unbreakable, you find out, so during their time as POWs, which lasted from 1941, well, technically 1942 is when they surrendered, until 1945 when Japan surrendered, okay? So that's 4 years. Almost 4 years. Being a POW with the Japanese. And keep in mind, every day, you are given a golf ball size amount of rice and like 1 cup of water. That's what you're allowed every day. And if you steal even a grain of rice, you would get punished. And the punishment would usually end in you dying. Okay? Like in beating to death, and you're like, okay, well, you know, they beat him to death, and it doesn't sound bad. Okay. So there was, during the Bataan Death March, there was a soldier, and you read this in the book, that stole water because they were thirsty. They were like, I just want some water, you know, I'm dying. And what they did is they shoved a garden hose down his throat, filled him up like a water balloon, and jumped on him until he popped. I personally don't know of any Japanese Americans that experienced anything like that during World War II. Again, were they treated shitty? Yes, absolutely. By American standards, they were put in these camps. They were kind of ostracized. I read a couple of books on it. Like, yeah, it's shit. That didn't happen. Hello from Hawaii. What is up? Awesome Gaming Entertainment. What would a modern battle in a high-rise city like Seoul or New York be like? Well, it wouldn't be a high-rise no more. I will tell you right now, it'd probably be a full bombardment for most of it. After the bombardment, you would see targeted strikes, and then after the targeted strikes, you would see ground forces move through. That's usually how most modern fights are happening. Now the toe-to-toe type stuff, there's a million variables. I could make an assumption, but I would never really give you probably anything that would be worth, you know, and I would be more, the chance of me being wrong are a lot higher than the chance of me being right. Did my fascination with jets start in Korea? No, not really. My fascination with jets kind of started pretty recently, actually. I was just like, this is really cool. Have I ever heard of the tragedy of the XB-70 Valkyrie? Not heard of the tragedy of the Valkyrie, but I have heard of the Valkyrie. Thoughts on the Vampire and plans to deploy at sea? I love how Americans just build weapons and they put them on everything. And I really like the Vampire just because you know someone worked very hard on that acronym. I mean, ultimately the Vampire isn't much different than, what's it called? Oh, fuck. It's a Sea Whiz with missiles instead of a 20mm minigun. That's all it is. The Navy has it. The Army doesn't have it. I don't know what the fuck they're called, but there's 11 missiles in there, and yeah. Hold on. They also had labor camps. Hold on. What would happen if the F-22 sent to Pearl Harbor? I mean, we're talking like back in time. You guys ever? There was a movie years ago. It was a terrible movie. I wish they'd remake it. Called The Final Countdown, and they sent back a not a Nimitz class. What was the class right before Nimitz? But they sent a carrier back in time, like whatever the Kitty Hawk was, whatever that class was. They sent them back in time, and they were fighting in World War II, and they had like F-14 Tomcats trying to fight Japanese Zeros. And it was kind of funny. Like, they had their wings all the way out and going as slow as they could, and they were still blowing by these Zeros like they weren't even fucking moving. Buff could always visit Ukraine. Oh, man. Some of the units... sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Where can I get stickers or patches from you? So stickers are on Bunker Branding. Did someone drop it? One of my mods. They're on Bunker Branding. Patches, we're working on. I asked them. I was like, I want patches. But this hat is brand new, and it drops next Wednesday. I will, of course, make a post about it. If you guys want this hat, this is my first hat launching with Bunker Branding, and I'm so excited for it. I'm just giving you guys a little preview. You all get a preview. They were treated like humans. Sorry. Trying to stay on top of everything. Too many stories like that. There's a lot. Have you ever got one of those? We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty and tried to convince them the extended warranty to your tank. It's hilarious. No, I have the last one that called me. So my phone's on the new do not call registry. So is the second I answer the phone and it's like, yes, we've been trying to reach you, I hang up immediately because I know they're a scammer. Because the do not call registry is like, it's federally like enforced. So if you have my number, you're not following the do not call registry, which means you're not a legitimate business. So, but anyways, So I'm on the do not call registry. By the way, it's free to put your name on there. It's literally free. Just go in there and put your phone number in. And I was getting like 6 or 7 fucking scam calls a day, and now I get maybe 1 a week, if I'm lucky. So I would encourage that. The POWs captured by the Soviets is the third worst situation. That's fair. I don't know too much about how the Soviets treated them, but that's also because Soviet Russia was very hush-hush, and we never like showed up to check on them. So, yeah. I did tell them one time that I was no longer driving because I had been paralyzed in a car accident. Not the most morally correct thing I've ever done, but, you know, I'm here for it. All right, what's up next? Mega Mobas, how dare you? The final countdown was great. It was okay. Okay, it was a. Thought the Nimitz was in the Atlantic, but then again, Katie is dumb. No, rolling airframe missile. Thank you, rolling airframe missile. That's the name of it. There's like 11 missiles on the bottom of a Sea Whiz, and it's a CRAM. It's a rolling airframe missile. That's ultimately what putting a vampire on at sea would more or less look like, except it had less missiles. Now, what I have seen done, well, I haven't seen it, but what we did do is, so in the back of a HIMARS is a pretty cool piece of equipment, right? The Ukrainians really like it. The Russians, not a fan of it. That's fair. I can understand where that mentality comes from. But anyways, so in the back of a HIMARS, there's 3 ring laser gyros that pitch, yaw, and roll of where the system is pointed, and helps it. So when you plug in coordinates where you're trying to tell it, hey, I want to kill this thing, it makes sure everything is the way it's supposed to be to get your missile to that exact target. So they're like, can we do it on a boat? Now, this is the thing. Everyone's like, well, we've been firing guns off of boats for a long time. No. We've been firing, like, okay, when we used to fire the 16-inch guns, it was like, look, the enemy is that way. And they're like, cool, doing a full broadside that way. Like, there was no aiming. It was, I mean, yeah, they aimed in the general direction, but it was like, okay, how many miles inland are they? They're 10 miles inland? Okay, so they're 10 miles inland. We're going to shoot 10 miles inland. Like, okay, there was a, it was really, wasn't very accurate. So we were trying to be a whole lot more accurate with our fires. Now, guided missiles are a whole lot better at this, which is why we use guided missile destroyers a lot. Because the missile itself knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. Tomahawks are great, SM6s, SM2s, SM1s. I mean, they're all great missiles. But we were like, can we fire this off of a boat? So that's what they did. That's what they did. They took a HIMARS and they strapped it down to a boat that was literally like chilling out on the ocean and moving. And they're like, can we engage accurately with this thing? And because of the ring laser gyros in the back measuring, like getting like thousands of measurement points or hundreds of measurement points every second, what it did is it waited until the waves hit the exact spot it needed to fire. So you hit fire and it would be like, boom, and it would fire exactly when it needed to hit that exact target, which is pretty fucking cool. Yeah. Sorry, that was one weird off-the-wall fact about fucking HIMARS. Did you hear about the new production of PBY Catalina? Yes, I heard like a brief thing. Yeah, PBY Catalina is coming in 2029. No shit. They're offering a gunship variant for the military. There was a plane that I wanted to look up. Did I take a screenshot of it? It's a plane I'd never fucking heard of. But the PBY Catalina is a gunship. I'm curious of how. I'd like... Okay, so this is the reason why I'm asking how. For those of you who are unaware, a PBY Catalina is gutless. Did it fly? Yes, but barely. Right? The engine was way underpowered for as big as that thing was. And they were just like, it'll fly. Eventually. You needed like half the ocean to take that fucking thing off. Because yes, it was a seaplane. But so if you pack that thing full of guns, we're going to find out. We are going to find out. Ask Drago about gulags. Dear Grid reference. Yes. Communism is just 1,000 levels of dumb. Absolutely. Papa Stalin was very ruthless to everyone. Flying Brick. PBY is a gunship. Interesting. Yeah, they're going to have to get a lot, supposedly new engines. maybe do like they did with that. What was that C-130 that they were working on, trying to land it in the Iranian soccer stadium, the one that had like the rocket motors? They're gonna need that to get that damn thing off the fucking ground. Now will it fit in a Tacoma? It will. I wonder if Toyota knows that they're like the official sponsor of budget like dictatorship overthrow or something. Like I wonder if they're okay with that. Like I'm sure Rip It knows that they're the official sponsor of the global war on terror. And they're probably like, I have never seen another Rip It since I left Afghanistan. I haven't looked for them, but yeah. They did strap torpedoes on the Catalinas in World War II. How did they take off? Toyota, or get the fuck out. John Adams. I can imagine the Catalina gunship would be turned like PBY-4. Off-center 75. They're going to need a couple new engines, yeah. PBY-5. Really? The Catalina had kitchen and bunks? It's a flying RV. I never knew what else the thing had in it. YMC 130H was the one with the rocket pods. There you go. And it like failed. They were like, this is too fucking dangerous. He likes the little bed. Don't let him fool you. He loves that little fucking bed. Had landing gear to allow that. It did. The USS Iowa and Wisconsin had original radar replaced with fire control radars and used them in the first Gulf War. I did not know that. Oh yeah, no, I did. Right at the end of battleships like having their use, they put radars on board and actually added a couple of missiles or rockets or some shit to them. HLC, I work for a military giftware company, do a lot of work for ADA, like 1-7. No shit, 1-7. And 3-2 ADA. I was wondering, what was your previous unit now that you're out? So I'm not out yet. I'm still in until June 2026, unless I can get out, unless I can get med boarded. But that's my ETS date. So I've decided to get out, but I'm not out yet. My previous unit to this one was the Air Missile Defense Test Detachment at White Sands Missile Range. That's where I was at. I love that unit. It was one of the best jobs I ever had. Yep, the Iowas had Harpoon and Tomahawk launchers. Ah, see? But that person named Midway CV41 probably knows about naval ships. Someone said the PBY also had torpedoes, but I have no idea how they got that thing in the air. You like Star Wars Battlefront 2? You talking about the newer ones or the old ones? The OG ones? I haven't bought like the relaunch of the OG ones. Yeah. HLC is 2026 your 20th? No, it is not. I'll be getting out early. I'm tired, guys. I'm real fucking tired. I want to like give everything I have to this, and right now I'm just every day I have to get up and I get pulled away by the army. So then I come home and I actually do the job that I enjoy. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the army, but like since this has taken off and like we've seen it grow so much together from you guys, I love doing it. It's so much fun, man. I have so much fun doing this shit. They started life with radars. They were just a bit busted at first. That's fair. I did not know that, Weapons. Sorry you've already answered this, but what are your thoughts on War Thunder? I think War Thunder is a great simulation game, but I think people get way too fucking into it. And the amount of hubris that's out there... Oh, the fat electrician finally texted back. Crazy Uncle Chris, what is up, buddy? Army needs you? Not me. PBY at 4,000 pounds carrying capacity? Who said stop loss? Don't you fucking put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Yes, the cats and the Torps depth charge and pop. No shit. Doing my trucker thing this weekend. You gonna be a trucker? Thoughts on DCS World? I would love to play DCS World. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to dedicate to DCS World because people take like an hour just to learn how to power on an aircraft. So I downloaded it, opened it once. I was like, I have no idea how to do this, and I closed it and I uninstalled it. Sorry, Fat Electrician is like, how long are you going to be on? Don't you do it, Jacob! You son of a bitch. You don't play DCS World. You live DCS World. You're not wrong. What is my favorite gun? Ooh, that's kind of a hard question to answer, but I would have to say my favorite all-time firearm, if ammo cost wasn't a problem, I would say the M2 heavy barrel 50 caliber machine gun. It's Browning's gift to the world. It really is. It's perfection in motion. It has existed. Now, most people, this is a common misconception. They think that it has existed since World War I. This is incorrect. I'm sorry. I love the gun. It has not existed since World War I. It has existed since World War II. Okay, right around 19. Oh, hold on. Off the top of my head. I know this. I've done my homework. What was right? 19, I want to say 42 or 43, actually. Because before that it was the M1919. Or not the M1919. There was one even before that. But Browning took that design and based his 50 cal off of it. It's so good. It's so good. Like it, God, man, if you had ever fired an M2 heavy barrel 50 caliber machine gun, you would completely understand. It's a good all around weapon system. It fires hot, it fires cold, it fires dirty, it fires wet. Like there's nothing you can do unless you break it. There is nothing that will stop that gun from cooking. And it's highly accurate while it's doing it, which I get it. It's a 50 cal. Like, why do you got to be accurate with a 50 cal? But with a machine gun, you can engage people at 2,000 meters. 2 fucking kilometers away, and you're just wop, 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 and you watch your rounds. You can walk them on a target. Like, it's beauty. It's poetry in weapon form. It really is. Hector Sanchez, thank you so much. What is my favorite of the 4 Iowa-class battleships? Ooh. Mo, the mighty Mo, the Missouri. And the reason why, right, some people, because the Texas was Iowa class too, right? Texas and Wisconsin were both Iowa class. The whiskey was a bad bitch, or the Nevada was a bad bitch. The whiskey also, the temper thing, I'm tracking that. But the reason why, if it is the Mo, the Texas was not. Okay. Didn't Charles Hathcock have the longest confirmed? He did for a while. Now it belongs to Ukrainian. Before that, it was the Canadians. Texas was not an Iowa. Okay. Everyone's like, no. Okay. But anyways, the Mo, because it's such an iconic ship. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know for certain, but wasn't the Mo at Pearl Harbor when it was attacked? But I know for a fact the Empire of Japan surrendered on board the Mo. And that's something you can never recreate. You can never, hey, I want to have somebody surrender on this ship now. Like, that's something you can't, make happen. World War II ended on board the Missouri. Like, that's fucking hot. Like, it's just fucking sexy. It wasn't even built yet? Okay. Texas was in New York? Okay. Okay, it wasn't built. The USS Jersey. Oh, the New Jersey? Canadians don't have a kill logger because we were never there. Definitely don't know anything about that. Nothing to see here. Mind talking about making a human hamburger? Wisconsin, New Jersey, Iowa, Missouri. Yeah. So, I'm going to say the mighty Mo. Didn't the Japanese surrender on the deck of the Mo? Yep, that's what it was, yeah. You can't recreate that. I think that's just a very important piece of history. You want a classic M1 Garand, it's so sexy. Bro, just go buy a semi-automatic 308. It'll feel the exact same way. 308 and 30-06 are pretty comparable. They're not far off. But I just go buy that. M2 was entered service in 1933. I stand corrected. Okay? I didn't look it up. I was trying to go from memory. But I remember John Basilone did not have one at the beginning of World War II at Guadalcanal because he had it was the 30 cal version of it. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. It was also Browning, I believe. But yeah, that's what John Basilone had at the beginning in Guadalcanal. They have a plaque on the deck of the Missouri in the exact spot. Oh, that's fucking hot. I really want to go. I really want to go to see that. And I want to see the Arizona. I really want to see the Arizona. Someday I'll go to Hawaii and do all that. But love your voice. Ever thought of getting into voice acting? I would love to. Maybe the opportunity will arise, but I have a lot of fun. It was the M1919 is the 30 cal. The Jersey sinking island. I'm aware of the island thing. 308 is just a shortened 30-06. Feel the same in the end. Absolutely. Well, you know what's funny is like M1 for the ping. That's fine. If you wear ear pro, yeah, you're going to hear the ping. But if you have your ears open like everyone did in World War II and you didn't have earplugs in, you just fired 8 30-06 semi-automatic. You ain't hearing fucking shit. You're not hearing nothing. Good radio personality. Hey. I mean, I do have a face for radio. She's asking, is Nick hopping in with me? Not that I'm aware of. Is he in here? You hop in? The fat electrician popping in. In your opinion, what's the best aircraft carrier in service or not? Ooh. Like my heart wants to say Big E, right? Like the Enterprise. Like there's just like that's where my heart goes, but like my logical brain goes the Ronald Reagan, the Ford class. That's the Ronald Reagan, right? Think so? Yeah, off the top of my head. But yeah, so that's kind of a hard one to make. But also part of me, because my brother was on the Shitty Kitty, and the Kitty Hawk is kind of iconic. Like we're tied together through the Kitty Hawk. So weird thing. So in 2003, when we shot down two friendly aircraft, one was an F-18, one was a British Tornado. The F-18 had actually taken off earlier from the flight deck of the USS Kitty Hawk in 2003 when that had happened. Shortly after that, when they returned, my brother was stationed on the USS Kitty Hawk. Years later, I would become an air defender. Air defenders were the ones that shot down the plane that had taken off the Kitty Hawk. So like it's kind of a weird thing that we're all tied together with. Yeah. I'm still hoping you give the Bradley a personality of a badger with a chainsaw for hands and razors for teeth. P.S. Buy some Texas mead from this donation. There's Texas mead? I've never had mead. Actually, maybe I've had mead. Do they sell it at like fucking like fairs and shit? Isn't it made with honey? Got a flag that was flown over the Arizona Memorial. Zach, I'm jealous as fuck of you. The Jersey has 19 battle stars. Again, subjective. He asked what mine was, and I love the Mo. Water cooled 303 maybe, Vickers? I don't know what it was. No, was his water cooled? I thought no, did he have a water cooled? Now it's fucking me up. Which is better, salt pork or bacon? Bacon. Bacon. So here's the thing. Bacon is the candy of food, of meat. Don't believe me? Okay. You know what makes asparagus better? Bacon. You know what makes a cheeseburger better? Bacon. You know what makes a salad better? Bacon. You can wrap chicken in bacon. You can wrap bacon in bacon. It's the candy of food, man. Like bacon is a superior thing, but it's honestly, I think it shouldn't be like a standalone thing. It should be more of a condiment. Bacon should be looked at like a condiment. Tell Nick the chat is praising communism, he'll appear. I might actually tell him that. Oh, he said he won't make it that fast putting kids to bed. So he's putting his kids to bed. I don't want to bug him with that, but that's funny as shit. Mrs. Linecrosser was texting me. She's like, come down, blow out my back. I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that shit to me. She's like, you're a jackass. You're a big jackass. Big E CV6 carried in the Pacific. It did, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, so my grandfather on my dad's side, I don't know all the details from it. My grandfather was on either Big E or the Lafay. I think I'm saying that right. Laffey. Both of those ships fucking saw some shit. And I believe the Lafay is the one that is nicknamed the ship that would not die. So, like, yeah. Did someone just say this is not a test? This is rock and roll? Good morning. We don't say good morning in Vietnam anymore, Haven Lady. I want to see a P3, P8 character search prop gun. USS Kitty Hawk, the world's largest sub chaser. It was Enterprise and Doris Miller under construction. I thought Big E was back in the day, right? We had an E back in the day. CV6 Enterprise, the Grey Ghost, the Big E. Okay, I'm like, it's been a remade ship, right? Meat is honey, wine the Vikings got drunk on. I have never had it. Maybe I will have some. I will go attempt some. I can't drink a whole lot because I'm on meds that I can't drink with, but I will go try some. And I do want to get up early in the morning. I'm going to go get some fishing in. This is not a test. This is rock and roll. We saw that. That's great. Thank you so much. Bacon wrapped jalapeno popper seat. Anyone feel the quake? I'm here in Oklahoma, so I feel quakes all the time just because I live on base on the home of field artillery. So there's always some fucking jackwagon out there on a 777 going far and just fucking whipping. Oh my God. Who said communism 3 times? Bro, you said you were putting the kids to bed. I wasn't going to bother you, but they were in chat. They were like, tell him that people are praising communism. Holy shit. And, you see this? This drops next Wednesday. Fat Electrician. Boom. I'm super excited for it, man. Super, super excited. Hold on. I missed one. Bacon is acceptable in any form. You're not wrong. Bacon bits, bacon anything. Thank you so much to the Fat Electrician for the. The guy is always like, he's just carrying me. I live on Nick's back. I really do. That's what I do. I ride his coattails as much as I can. Specs Sales Tack Meadworks sells it in Texas Meadworks. Oh, okay. Specs sells it. Okay, Specs, the liquor store. Now I'm with you there. Took me a minute, Texas T. I'm sorry. Trying to see if we got any more from Mr. Fat Electrician. He's gonna text. He'd be like, "That's all I got time for, bro." She just texted me. He's in chat. Did he say something before that? Wait, did someone say salt pork and corned beef are awesome? Yeah. I hope I didn't miss anything from him. Did he talk? Boop. He just popped in. It was like, boom, I'm gone. Wait, did I just see? He did. He came in like a Kool-Aid man. Grim Reaper 7, are you with the Grim Reapers who play DCS? I was told I needed to talk to those guys. You should collab with Angry Cops. I have, Tiger Tanker. I have. He was my AH-64. If you go through my videos, there's one called Angry Chops, which is it has an angry chopper, and he was an angry chopper. I've collabed with him before. Me and Rich, I would say we go way back, but so I go way back with him because I was a fanboy of him for a very, very long time. Mead dates back to ancient Egypt. You learn something new every day. Brandon Garza, what is going on, my dude? Hey, man, just stopping in quick, show some love. Hope all is going well. I hope all is going well with you, man. I've been busy as all shit. My first sergeant has been putting me on side quests. That's what I started referring to it as. For those of you who are in the military, every time someone in your unit tells you or orders you to do something that isn't your fucking job, like my job is Patriot Fire Control Enhanced Operator Maintainer. And I was told, make a video for graduation, do this with it. And I was like, cool, I'm on a side quest. So I started calling everything that people above me tell me to do a side quest. And I just feel better about doing it. Rich High is a gift to the internet. He's so fucking nice. Like, he's very, very down to earth. Like, I say he's nice, but I'm sure, like, nice is subjective. He just doesn't mix words. He's super forward. He's super direct, and I fucking love that about him. And we've talked for a while. And we've, like, known each other, and we've texted probably for a couple of years. But I've never met him in person because we've just never crossed paths. We're on different sides of the fucking country. So I was super happy to meet him in person. I was like, oh shit, what's up, dude? And like, he was very nice to me, very polite. We rubbed our chests together. Mine was hairy. His was recently shaved, so it was kind of prickly. Yeah, it was a good time. Good time. The M2 Browning was not completely designed by John Browning. He died before it completed and entered production in 1929. The first designed in 1918 and went through the changes before production. I did not know that. I learned something new today. But it's just it's a beautiful. It's just so there's only been 3 changes since that weapon came out in 1933. Number 1, they put a safety on it. Makes sense. It's a fucking 50 cal. Got it. Change number 2. Hold on. They went from water-cooled, because it was originally water-cooled with a lightweight airborne tripod that weighed like 1,600 pounds. I'm not making this up. Like, the water and the tripod and the weapon together and the ammo was like 1,600 pounds. It was ridiculous. And that was lightweight airborne tripod. And change number 3 is they now, and this is going to hurt to my old vets in here, I love you guys. And it hurt me too. The barrels are now fixed headspace and timing. And for those of you who don't know what that is, so, okay, sorry, I just realized I said that and like I didn't explain it. So, back in the day, when you put the barrel in an M2 heavy barrel 50 caliber machine gun, okay, you have to set your headspace and your timing. Now, what that means is there's a headspace in between, because the barrel actually moves a little bit while it's firing, but then the bolt is this huge fucking like 3-piece thing behind it that comes back and forward. And the headspace is how much space is in between the front of that bolt and the back of that barrel when it is locked into place and fires. Now, the timing is when you set how far that barrel needs to come back before the firing pin can release. So that's called headspace and timing, right? And I'm sure I'm not explaining this as good as I could. I apologize. So there's probably going to be some gun nut in here. It's like, well, it's not necessarily correct. Look, if you want to learn more about fixed heads or headspace and timing, please Google it. I'm going from memory here. But back in the day, you had to screw it in, and then you would start hearing clicks, and it'd be like, and it would stop. And then you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you bring it back 5. And the reason you bring it back 5 is because the tolerance for when those things work is 5 clicks. So then you would pull the bolt back a smidgen. You have 1 gauge. It's a little tiny little flat piece of metal. You shove that in. You let it forward, and you would pull the trigger. And when it would fire, you would advance it 2 more, and that would mean you were in the center of the tolerance of 5 points. So like you went to 5, and then they wouldn't click. So you went 1, wouldn't click, and then it went 1, and it clicked. Then you go 2 forward, and now you're in the center of that 5 tolerance. And timing, oh fuck, I haven't done it in a while. Pull the thing back, look for the little nipple on the side of the bolt, place it in there, place it forward. And then what? Fuck. I'm all fucked up. But anyways, yeah, headspace and timing. Now you just screw it in, click, it's into place. That's it. That's all you do anymore. Which to some of y'all is like, well, yeah, that's a lot easier. It's a lot faster. It's like the difference between a manual and an automatic transmission. Okay, that's really the easiest way to equate what that means. Is like automatic transmission versus manual. That's it. When Madu speaks, everybody listens. You are not fucking wrong. God, I love. This is the thing. Everyone that I've ever talked to that has been in combat with, he said, if you want to learn more, would you like to know more? You need an SDI ad to drop in right now. Sorry. Mod, chat, and Habit. Hope all is doing well with all. Thank you so much, Terry. It was a perfect lead in. Sorry, I got off topic, but yeah. That's the easiest way to explain is the difference between those two. What's up, HLC? Love the channel. Would you be willing to make a C7? You are the second or like third person I'd ask for a C17. C5 Galaxy, B2 Spirit, P8 Poseidon, or B21 Raider character. So I have done a B21 before. I have done a B2. I haven't done them in a while. I've never done a P8, never done a C5, never done a C17. So I will work on them. I don't have it, like, I haven't. Maybe I can create a cargo plane. I don't have any cargo characters. So a cargo character might be good. Might be good. Might be a good thing. Oh, we just hit our 2 hours. The Wolverine General, we can educate you more. Hey, I mean, this is the thing. When you said water cooled, you mean piss cooled. That's fair. That's fair. Water was hard to come by on the battlefield, so it was pretty common to piss inside the water jug that cooled the barrels. It's relatively common, because piss wasn't useful. Water was useful. So, yeah. Ever listen to Red Storm Rising? I have not. All right, so. Haven Lady, you're a kind, honest, and beautiful woman. Oh, Scott D. I do declare Beauregard. I'm sorry. Since people are asking about characters, how about an F-14? I've done the F-14 before. I did him as Maverick from Top Gun. But think about it. Who's the only people who have F-14s right now? Iran. So I don't get an opportunity to use them very often, but a lady P-8, she knows all your secrets. The good old P-8 Poseidon. I got to learn more about the P-8 Poseidon, because I'll be honest with you. Until recently, I didn't even know it existed. And they're like, it hunts subs. And I was like, fuck. I didn't know we had a plane that hunted subs. Like, Guys, I don't know everything about everything, but I try and learn. When you bring up something, I try and put in as much work as I possibly can. Habitual line crosser, you silly boy. Okay, Scott, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. You want some Chinese? What is up, F-22? How you doing, kid? Oh, hold on here. Let me have a conversation with him real quick. I got a couple seconds. I mean, I'm supposed to be getting off, but...
Hey, kid, what the fuck are you doing in chat this late? Shouldn't you be, like, fighting a possum for a chicken nugget or something?
Very bad. Hold on, where is he? C-130 with Grandpa Buff. I have a C-130. Hit me up when you want to learn about the P-8. I know a thing or two about them. Gappers, if you hop in the Discord, man, I will try. Hey, Carnage Destruct accepted something from me. Oh, I'm sorry, kiddo. Oh shit, the kid's here.
Yeah, the kid always pops in late at night. I'm at the end of my 2 hours, kid. We could maybe go up and do some maneuvers, maybe a barrel roll or something like that. It's hard to do this buff voice after I've been talking for 2 hours straight because my throat has really nothing left. So I'm gonna go downstairs and try and rearrange my wife's insides.
I don't know why I said that in the buff voice. I want to talk to you tonight, Mrs. Linecrosser, in the buff voice.
Yeah, you like that? Who's your grandpa?
Do I have a Patreon? I do not. So this is the thing. Eventually I might, but right now I do not, because to me, I don't have enough time to create enough content that a Patreon would be justifiable. And I don't want to just create a Patreon for the purpose of creating one and just putting my same content on there. I think that is, you guys deserve better than that. So I think that if I do create a Patreon, it will be a place for an exclusive style of content that I have time to create. So, cargo plane getting confirmed kill pics on the kid. Ooh. There's a cargo plane that has confirmed kills? And now I gotta look into it. Fuck. I'm gonna write that in my notes. Rearranging her cargo load? Jesus. Remember when 240 Bravos were able to change the rate of fire with changing the tube regulator? 3 clicks, ride the lightning. Oh, yeah. Can they not do that no more? Bro, it's been a little while since I touched the 240. Can you not swap out the fucking regulators anymore? Bro, my mind is blown. I want out. I need out. Wait, did Mrs. HLC say something? I do like that. All right. Oh, C-130 Moab. It did. It did, didn't it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We are, do you think Aegis can shoot down ICBMs, multiple warheads? What about GMDs? Oh, gosh. Okay. Hold on. I gotta answer this because this is a missile question, and I'm a missile fucking nerd. Okay. I can say this. All right. Missile flies over. Missile opens with several warheads. This is also referred to as an early release submunition. Some people call it MIRV, multiple individual reentry vehicles or something. Fucking, I don't know. But it's an early release submunition, right? Break open and people like, oh my God, this is terrifying because it has a bunch of stuff instead of just one thing. How are you going to shoot it down? I'm gonna teach you something. This is like the simplest air defense thing in the world, right? Missile coming over, you shoot it before it breaks open. Ta-da! But how do you know when it breaks open? That I can't tell you. But yeah, that's I should totally have an ICBM character. How to keep HLC on stream, that missiletism, bro. I'm sorry. The missile got me. But yes, I absolutely believe Aegis is a phenomenal system. It's better at defending itself than it is other ships. So like people are like, well, how are things getting through in the Red Sea? It's trying to protect the whole Red Sea. So that's really difficult for one boat. But protecting itself, fucking easy shit. All day, man. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the end of the 2 hours. We're actually 2 hours and 6 minutes. Thank you all so much for being here. So as always, do not give in to the 22 a day. Every single one of you are amazing. I will see you guys right here next time. I'm hoping to have some more long-form content in the shoot soon. Some of you are giving me some phenomenal ideas that I really want to work on and create something better for you. I hope the new camera looks good. I feel like I look good. Also, that being said, this hat will be on sale next Wednesday on Bunker Branding. You can go to habituallinecrosser.com to see all of my links there. I have not put my Twitter in there. I'll probably do that here. I've created a Twitter. I have like 200 followers, but we'll get there someday. I have no idea. But anyways, I love all you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.